Hey beautiful souls, welcome or welcome back to Love, Light and Power. So today we are taking a look at what is in store for you in March 2026. And for that I have 3 images in front of you. You can choose your group based on the image that you're drawn towards the most, or else you can also choose your group based on the crystal that you're drawn towards the most. So for group number 1, I have this beautiful Rhodanite. For group number 2, I have this tiger's eye. And for group number 3, I have the Malachite. So you can quickly choose the pile, the group that you're drawn towards the most, and we will jump into your reading right away. Welcome group number 1 to your reading. So we are going to take a look at what is happening for you, what can you expect in the month of March 2026, and you have chosen this group because you were either drawn towards this crystal, which is this beautiful Rhodanite, which is pink and a little bit of gray and white on it, or you chose this pile because you were drawn towards this image. So let's quickly get on to your reading. First, we'll take a look at what are the energies that you are in currently. So I'll quickly pull out a few cards to understand what are your energies. So we have frustration, caution, happiness. Wow. So this is quite a paradox where we have frustration as well. Let's see, bottom of the deck we have the flow. So at the same time, you are also in this happiness kind of energy, or you are yearning for it, or something that you're going towards, since this is the third card that came up. So somewhere, there's a bit of frustration. Maybe things are not happening the way you wanted them to, or, they're not happening in the manner that they are meant to happen. So there's a sense of wanting to control that's happening around you. And at the same time, there's also a bit of caution because maybe you're not going with the flow. But at the same time, you are yearning that kind of happiness, that sense of peace, happiness. You are yearning for it, and you are slowly but steadily moving towards it. But at the moment, this is the energy that you are in, but you are inching towards this kind of energy, provided you go with the flow. Now, moreover, what I feel intuitively, apart from, this kind of energy which is around you, I also sense that group number 1, you are probably looking at doing something on your own, like, you want this sense of independence, and you are moving towards it slowly but steadily, and you are on the path to gaining that victory. Now, for me, peacock feathers is what I'm finding could be relevant, group 1, if there is something like, or maybe a peacock, a painting of a peacock, or an image, or something that you may have seen. For some reason, a wheelchair also is something that I'm looking at, or, maybe you saw it somewhere, or, someone who may be probably using a wheelchair for the moment, or, something on those lines. Or I see a trophy. I also see a bouquet of flowers, especially roses. Yes, that's the energy that I'm sensing around you. So we can now move on to the tarot cards and understand what can we expect in the month of March for group number 1. So what can we expect in the month of March for group number 1? We have the 10 of Cups. Wow. The Empress. Justice. The Moon. Four of Wands, the Emperor. This is beautiful energy because we already have four major arcanas over here. We have the Ten of Cups, Four of Wands. So somewhere, and we have the Mother Star at the bottom of the deck. This is beautiful energy. This says yes. So if you have a question, anything related to something that you are looking forward to in the month of March, the answer is also yes for group one. So that initial frustration, the feeling of, being cautious, not wanting to go ahead with something, that is moving on to happiness. Now, when I look at these cards, I'm getting the clear picture right now for you. Group one. Like I said, for some of you, you have this thing of wanting to start something on your own, like be your own boss, not really be working under someone else. So something which you want to start off on your own, or you are trying to start, or probably you've already started some time back and you want to move on with it and, kind of upscale it, like your own business or on those lines, like a startup or anything. So I'm sensing that energy, and there's this sense of feeling of wanting a sense of calm and peace, which you are finally achieving in the month of March. After a long feeling of, or a whole long period of frustration, feeling frustrated or feeling unhappy, now you're moving on to some kind of calmer waters. That is the kind of energy that I'm getting out of you. So there is definitely a sense of feeling content. There will be a sense of family reunion also happening in the month of March for some of you. Maybe, you're all getting together, celebrating something, some achievement, celebrating something on those lines. I also see prosperity coming in for you, some kind of gains coming your way in the month of March. And there's a lot of creativity. So something that you are starting, you want to start with, do something independently, do something on your own. I see a lot of creativity in that area. So there's a lot of passion and creativity within you, wherein you want to, carry it forward and, even beautify whatever you're doing, make it even better. And at the same time, you're trying to achieve that balance in the process. For some of you, your dreams could be very relevant. So do keep a dream diary next to you, or, the minute, the minute you wake up in the morning, and whatever dream that you do remember, just note it down, note down those dreams, because dreams could be relevant for some of you. There's a lot of motherly energy as well. Something to do with an older motherly kind of person in your life. I can sense that. And there's like a completion over here, because we have the Empress and the Emperor. So there's a good alignment, plus the Justice card, which brings balance. So finally, balance is maintained. Four of Wands also gives me a sense of balance over here. So there's a lot of balance being achieved in the month of March for you. And there are certain things that might come your way in the month of March, which are not visible to you right now. So maybe that's why you are feeling frustrated currently, because of this reason that, you really don't know what's in store for you. But whatever's coming in is beautiful. It's great. So this is really beautiful for you, group one. I will quickly take a look at some of the blessings that are coming along with this. We have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So this is, again, Taurus is the energy of money, luxury, wealth. And this is like practical, grounded, like proper wealth. So and moon is exalted in Taurus. So this is, again, it tells me that there is some kind of financial gains coming your way in March. And for that matter, this could continue up till April as well, because we have full moon in Taurus, April, May. So for the next 3 months, you could go through this lucky phase. So make the most of it. We have show the world the real you. So be yourself, be authentic, show yourself. Don't hide behind, because the card which showed caution, Somewhere you probably have that, this habit of staying behind the curtains, not showing your true identity. Um, for instance, I'm getting the energy of, those people who probably say they have an online presence, or but they don't really show their face, something on those lines. Maybe now it's high time you really actually came on camera and showed your face. That could be the case for some of you. That's the thing that I'm getting for you, group one. And yes, for another example that I'm getting is, say, sometimes you do write, say you are publishing a book, but you don't give out your real name. So it could also mean that for some of you. So it's just, take what resonates and leave out the rest. And I'll pull out a few tea leaves for you, group one. So we have throne, position of authority, again the emperor. So there's some kind of position of authority that you're achieving in, say this is going to start for you somewhere from March. We have valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Again, 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups. What more can you ask for? This is like proper grounded, stable emperor, empress. There's this sense of authority along with creativity, fertility, grace. There's law and order in place. It's everything. It's like a well-rounded a month for you, and something which continues thereafter. Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Lovely. So this again is telling me that you are coming out of this difficult phase finally, and you are moving into this period of success. So you have to make the most of it, group one, because this is just beautiful energy. It just started with those couple of negative cards where I thought, what was this? Frustration, caution. And now it's moving on to something like this. So again, I would repeat myself over here. Caution is something which is telling me that, you want to stay behind the curtains. You don't want to show the real you. But somewhere you're being asked now to step out of the shadows, show your real self, and actually own up and, whatever you are doing, you'll actually also get the credit for it, because I also felt that energy of success and victory and, that feeling of recognition. That is what you're getting in the month of March. And then it's just going to continue for you. So this is your winning phase, which is starting for you, group one. So this was your reading, group number 1 for March 2026. And I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you did, then please do press that like button. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, then please do so. And I will see you in my next one. Until then, lots of love, light, power, and magic to you all. Bye. Welcome, group number 2, to your reading. So you were drawn towards this pile because you either were drawn towards this crystal, which is the tiger's eye, this beautiful crystal, or you chose this pile because you were drawn towards this image. So let's start with your reading for March 2026. I'll pull out a few cards to understand what are your current energies. Group 2. We have creativity, determination, faith. Wow. And we have confidence. So this is all going really well together. Currently, you're in some kind of a creative phase. You're quite determined to move ahead with it with confidence. So everything is just falling into place for you. You are maybe working on some project or a side hustle or something that you want to achieve something. I'm getting this feeling that from the past, you have come out of a situation where, you've worked on something with so much determination and wanting to achieve something. You've put in your whole, and you've waited a long time, but you've not really got the results that you were hoping for. This is something that you really wanted to do since your childhood, that you dreamed of doing. You waited long for it. You enjoyed doing this. For some of you, it could be a hobby or something that you wanted to turn into, that could also give you monetary gains. So somewhere in the past may have felt disappointed with the results, or maybe you didn't get what you really hoped for. But I think you've just forgotten about it, and now you want to get into this phase where you want to start afresh. You're quite determined, you're quite confident, and you have that faith that yes, you'll make it, you'll do it. So that's the kind of energy I'm getting. Just take what resonates. Even the fact that you've chosen this pile, maybe just based on the crystal or the image, that should also suffice to understand what's your March energies. Or you can go on to another pile and see if that resonates with you. So now we will take a look at your tarot cards. We have the Ace of Cups, so there's some fresh beginning. We have the Two of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Temperance, Four of Swords. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay. This also explains your energies which were showing in the beginning, the current energies that you were in. I can see that creativity, confidence, the energy of, yes, wanting to achieve something and at the same time be noticed for it as well. Having that confidence that I own this, I've done this and I've achieved this. So you have all of it. And all of this you can expect in the month of March and going ahead as well. There is this new fresh beginning. It could also mean that you could meet someone. This could be a beginning of a new relationship. So it could also be just a platonic friendship, but there is a possibility of meeting someone in the month of March. Just take what resonates. And I also see that there are certain plans that you have in mind to collaborate with some people, and this could either be friends or your ex-colleagues or current colleagues, where you want to start with something and you want to collaborate with others, maybe go into partnership with someone. I'm getting that energy as well. And there is also stability coming in for you in the month of March. You do want to save your money. You do want to save up for the future. So maybe all along you could have been a bit extravagant and may have not really thought about spending as such. But in the month of March, you decide that you do want to save up for the future. And I also see that where, as far as your finances are concerned or the kind of lifestyle that you're leading, you're bringing in a moderation in your lifestyle from the month of March. So you're bringing a few changes wherein you also bring a healing in your energy space. And this healing could also mean bringing in balance in your energies. And I also see that in the month of March, you will be taking that long needed break because you have worked quite hard all along to achieve this, what you've been looking for, but you will take that much needed rest, which you did require all along, but which you haven't so far. So March, probably some of you may take a few days off, go and rejuvenate somewhere, quiet place. Or some of you may also learn meditation if you've not yet been doing that. Some of you may just want to cut off from social life, isolate yourself and just stay in the quiet and rejuvenate yourself. So that is a possibility. But at the same time, in terms of the overall energy that I'm getting is that you are owning your achievement. And whatever you are achieving finally after this long drawn process of not having got the credit or not having got what you really wished for, that is what you're getting. So you are finally coming out and owning it with confidence, because this is what you're achieving in the month of March. But you're also getting that much needed break for some time, because now you've achieved finally. This could continue post March as well, or this season of success which I'm seeing for you. Let's see what are the blessings for you, group 2. Okay, so again I'm getting the same card, same as group 1. Your dreams need a practical plan. So again, this is full moon in Taurus, which is telling me that again group 2, even you are going to come across some kind of monetary gains in the month of March. A new start is coming, so there is a fresh beginning, and this fresh beginning could either be the start of a relationship, like I said earlier, or this could also mean starting something in collaboration with others, which is going to bring about success for you. But at the same time, finally, that success that you're achieving in the month of March, you are eventually getting that much needed break as well. So group 2, there's a beautiful fresh beginning for you in the month of March. So go for it. I am going to pull out a few tea leaves for you. So we have cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So apart from, getting the success and everything else, you are being told that you are also being protected and shielded by your, your guardian angels or your guides. So there's nothing to worry about that. Bird flying, news is on the way. So some of you, there's some news coming your way in the month of March. If you've been expecting something, surely there's some kind of news, and hopefully it's a good news. Chain. So chain of events that will affect your life. So there's going to be some kind of chain of events happening in the month of March, which you probably might have also felt from now as well. Which could affect your life, and from what I see from the kind of cards that have come up, I see positive changes and events coming into your life in the month of March. So group 2, this was your reading for March 2026. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and if you did, then please do press that like button, and if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, then please do so. I will see you in my next reading. Until then, lots of love, light, power and magic to you all. Bye. Welcome group 3 to your reading. So you chose this pile because you were drawn towards this image, or you chose this pile because you were drawn towards this crystal, which is this beautiful malachite. So let's quickly start with your reading. First, I'll take a look at what are your current energies. Okay. So we have disruption, protection, surrender, and creativity. Great. So because I have disruption and creativity together, I see that group 3, you're in this phase where through your creativity, you want to bring about such a huge change in the area that you're working in or whatever you're doing. So in terms of protection, group 3, what I feel is that whatever that you are working on right now, it is so different, so out of the box. With this disruption card that has come up, that whatever that you're working on, it requires a sense of protection. This could also mean that you do not divulge too much of the information related to what you're working on to others, because until it is completely done and it is successful. So until then, you are required to protect your energy, you're required to protect your peace, and you're required to protect your space, so that all the information related to what you're working on does not need to be told to everyone. This could also mean your near and dear ones as well at times, because we At times there are certain psychic energies that kind of affect a certain project that you're working on, and this may just be very unintentional. It is not intentional. Even our loved ones can unintentionally send a psychic energy towards a project that we are working on. Maybe, sometimes, for instance, you happen to tell, a loved one that I'm working on, say, starting this new business, and your loved one probably somewhere inside feels that you're not capable of doing it. But on the face, they tell you, yes, go ahead. But somewhere deep inside, they feel maybe you're not capable of. That is also a psychic energy. So that's the reason now you're being told that whatever you're working on, just keep it to yourself until it's time to, tell everyone around. But until then, you need to keep it to yourself. And also, there's this sense of surrender also in your energy that, I'm getting. So apart from what you're working on, and you're like really you're being asked to protect it, but at the same time you're also being asked to surrender to the divine. So whatever comes after that is what you truly deserve. Apart from this, the kind of energies that I'm sensing around you is that you have finally completed a very difficult cycle, is what I feel, and you are moving on to this new phase. Something, and this has to do again with again for group 3, I see in terms of finances, so related to money, monetary gains. You are starting something which moving on is going to be very stable, grounded, and which is going to give you good gains in return, and which is going to make you happy as well, and your loved ones, because something that you're working on is truly different, out of the box, and which no one really thought of. So somewhere down the line, I see in terms of your energy, you are going on this path where what you're starting, what you're working on could actually get you good monetary gains as well in the long run. It's stable and grounded, which will last you in the long run. Let's see what March has in store for you. So we have the World card. Okay, so like I said, there is some kind of completion for you, that you've just completed some cycle just recently. Then we have the Page of Swords, Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the Death card again, Five of Swords, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Like I said, that there is completion happening for you in the month of March. There's this long drawn cycle, some phase which is ending for you, and you're going to emerge completely different thereafter. So there's this huge transformation also happening for you. There's a new beginning happening for you, and more to do with, again, monetary gains and finances, which is going to bring you money in the long run. So there is this fresh beginning for you. And there's also this cycle which is completing is also seems to me karmic in nature. So there's some karma that you are finishing off and you're starting something new. So which seems like good news to me, because anything to do with finishing off karma is always good. But at the same time, you will be achieving a balance also in the month of March. Like I said, something that you are starting and working on some project or starting some new business. There is, I see that the month of March, that this is going to be moving forward with a lot of passion, curiosity. There's also intelligence, ambition, and there's going to be a sense of flow. Like it'll actually move ahead or go ahead for you very easily. That is the kind of energy that I'm getting. But at the same time, there are going to be some kind of conflicts on the way, which are quite natural. So you may have to come across certain people who may not really see eye to eye with you. You may have to come across some of them or such energies, but I don't think that should be much of a problem, because majority of the cards are truly telling us that you are moving towards a new beginning, and it's a harmonious and a balanced beginning. So you will learn to bring about a work-life balance also now onwards, because this long drawn cycle, whatever it was, is ending, and finally there's a new beginning coming for you. So yes, I'll see what blessings are coming your way. Group 3. So okay, so these two cards came out. We have, what do you need to release? So again, for this cycle to eventually and finally end, you need to release something. There could be something that you need to still release for this cycle to end completely. You will have to really think about this and template and try to find out what is it that you need to release. Work through your fears. So then I guess we got the answer. Maybe there are some fears within you that you may have to work upon, release them, because they no longer serve the purpose. So there are certain fears that you need to release, and I think you will eventually, because you are on the path to completing this cycle. So yes, I do see you releasing certain fears this time around and moving into a good phase. So we have clouds, which is temporary problems. So which again I connect with the 5 of swords. So there could be a few issues or a few hiccups here and there, but that should really not be a problem for you. We have flowers, which is happiness. So eventually you are getting the kind of happiness, this contentment and peace in the month of March. Going forward, you are coming across that. So do look at the brighter side always. And barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So maybe, if, like I said, look at the brighter side. So instead of looking at what you are lacking, look at the brighter side of the things, because eventually the goal is happiness, and that is what you will achieve, which is along with the wheel of fortune, which can spin in either ways. So you have to try and push it in the way of happiness towards that direction. So yes, look at the silver lining on the clouds. That's the guidance that you are getting for the month of March, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please do press that like button, and if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, then please do so. I will see you in the next reading. Until then, lots of love, light, power and magic to you all. Bye.